Brothers and sisters of the celestial energy, Brother Horus, the sky god pharaoh here. So we got, after this solar flare happens, we really got to get back to utilizing this money we're going to receive, because if for all y'all who got making money a hustle, or you got making money like you're making money, you're chasing the bag, you're only chasing the cash, you're being as careful as you can with your investments, just doing everything you can to survive. We must utilize this system they have with their money so we can get back to building the structures and the technology we once had, because technology we once had doesn't require any of this physical material. The buildings require physical material, wood, copper, and gold. The insides can be plated with this, because the age of Aquarius is the age of wood. Because the constellation Aquarius is the element of wood, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I only know the planetary elements. Don't ask me them. Haven't fully memorized them, but I'm getting up there spiritually with the planetary elements. I'm gonna have to drop a video on the planetary elements, because I think Jupiter is tin. I can't remember, is Venus copper or is it silver? Or is it Venus tin? I'm pretty sure Jupiter's tin. But anyway, I know a little bit about the planetary elements, but that's not what we're here to talk about. What I said in the last video, if you're not meditating, if you're not using the right toothpaste, which is fluoride free, which we all know decalcifies the pineal gland. If you're not trying to go in the house or go in hiding spots when they're spraying these low-frequency chemicals, if you're not stop eating low-frequency chemicals and wasting your seed on low-frequency videos and photos, this is all the stuff. Because if you're not meditating or doing your yoga and doing your sun gazing, and if you're not meditating and doing your sun gazing, then that means if you're doing all that stuff and you're not meditating and sun gazing, you're not on your path, nigga. You're not on your best self, your highest version of yourself. Because I'm here to help you get to the highest version of yourself. I'm here to help myself and all of us. So, first things first is the technology we had before they came over to this land called Africa. They invaded before the Gullah Wars, before they took the natives off their land. We were fucking them up with the technology we had. We had the same technology, because still brothers and sisters are fighting in the sky, and a lot of these reptilians and these Pleiadians that are spraying these chemicals in the sky, a lot of their planes are getting shot down by the Brotherhood. But we have this ability too, because in this human bodies, we can use this Tai Chi and this yoga to our advantage to knock these planes down. I once was using Tai Chi, and then I knocked that in the passenger plane that I saw spraying chemtrails, the same one I sensed. I saw it on the 6 o'clock news. It fell down in Nepal. We have this power, brothers and sisters. The ultimate power of taking down... we can take these crackers and we can take control of their soulless bodies and cause their low-level technology to malfunction. Because we had iPhones and iPads, but the ones we have that the white man made are very low level compared to what our species had. We had pure energy iPads. We had all the technology from the Star Wars. We had battleships, like you see in Battlestar Galactica. And you got all the battleships. What do you think the Death Star is? That's the moon, because the moon is an Anunnaki spaceship. These are all their weapons. Even George Lucas admitted that Star Wars was based off of our people. I said this in the last video, brothers and sisters, that we are living in the Star Wars, and we need to get back to this, brothers and sisters, this form of technology. We need to get back to building our pyramids and the structures like the pyramids in the Detroit World Fair, because it's atrocious how they destroyed the Detroit World Fair And we were never slaves because they always enslaved us anyway. So we were never slaves. So if you want to say you're a slave, you're still a slave, because they're enslaving us by the food we're eating, by putting chemicals in the sky, by having our people have sex and have mixed race babies with these caucasoid alien creatures, these Asians, these whites, and these Arabs. We shouldn't be hooking up with them, brothers and sisters. It should be punishable by death, because they are not natural to they are not natural to this planet, and they are all going to die. We are immortal, brothers and sisters, and the human bodies we are made are simply just vessels to keep us here on this planet Earth. Because when we are on this planet originally, we breathed hydrogen and oxygen, and we had the power to turn ourselves other than this copper complexion. We were blue, we were green, we were purple, just like an avatar. We were one with the trees. We were one with nature. We were one with all of nature, because this is where technology comes from. We are biomechanic technology. The way we move our bodies, the way we pick up our feet and move them. Look at Usain Bolt. You could, whether your goal is to run faster than him, do more push-ups than Andrew Tate, like he does 200 a day, whether it's to be the best basketball player. You have your whole life ahead of you over time. You have all this time to put in potential. Don't let no one tell you can't do it, and hurt them if they do, because don't let them tell you, brothers and sisters, because we had the technology that George Lucas said we had. Our people were fighting with lightsabers, and these weren't like in the movies where they'd press buttons. These would turn on using our minds, because our minds are technology. And we'd have lightsabers, laser guns, and they wouldn't shoot by pulling the trigger, and the lightsaber wouldn't turn on by turning a button on and activating it. It turns on with our minds, okay? And even Family Guy used this. They did it in a sick way, but when Herbert the Pervert, they had this, because the lightsaber looks like a phallus, and so they had it like unerect, the lightsaber. And when Herbert the Pervert saw his victim Chris in Family Guy, you'll know what I'm talking about. His lightsaber became erect, because his mind got aroused by what turned him on in his sick fetish, which he should be punished by death for, Herbert the Pervert. And your mind can be turned in the way you'd turn a lightsaber on in real life back when they were taking our land, and we were fucking those people up because they don't know our history, that we had lightsabers. We had the laser guns from Star Wars. There were ships coming through the sky. They had to have reptilians and those tall Nordic beings, and some of the gray aliens, and the ogres and the orcs, enslaved gray aliens, by the way, because gray aliens are some of the most intelligent species in the universe, and they cannot take the sunlight. So they enslaved some of the gray aliens, brainwashed them against their agenda, because the grays are the masters of the dark and the light, meaning they're masters of both, because they were made by the Anunnaki originally. So were the reptiles, but the greys, they forced them, along with the ogres and the orcs from Shrek, the ogres from Shrek and the orcs, to take our land. This is how they beat this technology and this lightsaber. They cloned all these white people, these orcs, because back in England, they had cloning technology back in England, back when the island was starving. The greys, aliens, and the reptilians and the gray aliens were their slave servants. They were lackeys for the reptilians. But basically, the gray aliens, their technology, they came and they put this cloning technology in England. So they'd clone their people and they'd send them to war with the natives. They did this in the American colonies too, and they won't tell you about this. The same shit is happening in Washington. The government won't tell you about their secret military facilities that they have. There's a whole trail behind the 44th parallel where they traffic children to drink their blood. Joe Biden, Barack Obama, and Bill and Hillary Clinton. This is how they've been staying alive, because the reptilians can't take the sunlight. The reptilians can't take the sunlight, so they're dying off in a massive amount. And these politicians that I just mentioned, the state senators like Lindsey Graham of who is it? Lindsey Graham, and that Mitch McConnell, and that Kathy Hochul, and that Robert DeSantis, or whatever that Florida government name is. They're all from another planet. They are the aliens. The people you see on the major news sites, CNN, your local 6 o'clock news, there's at least a reptilian or a Pleiadian in there. They don't have real identities. Their identities were forged by the government, meaning they didn't have blood taken when they were a child. They were born in military facilities. They're not real people, is what I've been trying to tell you. They're decoys on the 6 o'clock news. Half of America's school shootings aren't really that bad. Half the high school shootings and the public shootings in this country are staged. They're paid. These reptilian beings, people like me, they take people like me who know government secrets, and they completely destroy them. They give them an offer to shut up, and if they don't shut up, they're going to make them look like a high school shooter. And guess what? A high school shooting happens. Sometimes they do it because they have no other choice but to fall for the okie doke. That's why you can't fall for the okie doke, brothers and sisters. This isn't the technology we had, these guns and bullets and knives that these reptilians made. No, it's not this alpha draconian technology. We need our original so-called black and Hispanic technology. We need our original Anunnaki technology. We need our technology which is activated by our minds, the lightsabers. They'd activate with our minds turning on, because our minds are technology. The bullets and the laser bullets and the laser guns. The laser and the laser guns. They'd activate with our mind. We wouldn't have to pull the trigger. All we'd have to do is put our finger on the trigger and think. Then the gun would shoot. It doesn't even have a moving mechanism. All you have to do is think, and it shoots. That's the technology we are fucking these colonists and these Anglo-Saxon colonists from England and France and Germany up when they came over to immigrate here and steal our land. All you people have ancestry from Germany, France, Italy, the Netherlands, Holland, Belgium, Britain, England, Scotland, Yugoslavia, Wales, England, Scotland, Ireland, Russia, all you people that came over here that fought for the revolution. They didn't tell you that those soldiers that fought for the revolution, they were fighting against Star Wars like technology and spaceship beings, and they were using green creatures, the Alpha Draconians, because those were their overlords and creators, which they cloned the people of England and Holland and Germany and France and all of Europe from. You got to understand, brothers and sisters, we're dealing with an alien race here, and we need to get back to that technology we made. That's it for this message. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know the deal. All power to the multi-celestial angelic beings, and may chaos reign within you forever and ever. Remember, brothers and sisters, chaos is power.